What are you doing?
Trying to figure out how many carbs a typical holiday dinner has. Can you guess?
60? At least 60? 100?
You might still be light. Let's figure it out together. Diabetes sucks.
But at Simply Diabetes, we can help you manage your diabetes cheaper and easier.
We are not medical professionals. We are people with diabetes, just like you.
Welcome.
Holidays are coming. Are you ready? I'm not asking if you bought all the presents yet and whether your Christmas tree is up. I mean, are you ready mentally for the avalanche of carbs coming at you from all directions? If you don't prepare, your blood sugar could suffer.
So what about that holiday dinner?
Let's figure it out. We will use a reasonable serving size for each common food on the holiday table. Half a cup in most cases.
That's not a lot.
No, but there is a lot of stuff. So half a cup of this and half a cup of that, and it all adds up.
Okay, most people eat turkey. How many carbs does it have?
None at all. 0, unless you cooked it in some weird sweet carby marinade.
So we can eat however much we want?
I'm not saying eat the whole turkey, but you can have a lot of it without sending your sugar into the stratosphere.
That's great news.
I suspect the rest of the news won't be so great. Take stuffing, for example, or mashed potatoes, all are carby. Half a cup of stuffing isn't a big serving, and it alone has about 22 grams.
What about potatoes?
They aren't as bad as stuffing, but at 15 grams per half a cup, it isn't fantastic. There, I typed in all the typical foods. It adds up to a lot of carbs, 167 specifically.
You forgot gravy.
Right, that's because I never eat it. But gravy is carby too. Why don't you look it up?
How many carbs in a cup of gravy? 13 grams. That's a lot. But we don't eat the entire cup, so let's count half of it, 6 grams. Our total is now 173 grams. That's a lot.
More than you thought. And let's be completely honest. I can't imagine anyone sitting at the festive table with the family and friends and carefully measuring the serving sizes.
No. So we could easily serve ourselves more than we calculated here.
Exactly. Sometimes way more. On top of that, if there are several different pies, for example, a pecan pie or apple pie, in addition to the pumpkin pie, and often with heavy cream or ice cream, it would be awfully tempting not to eat them.
You can have my pumpkin pie, but leave my ice cream alone.
Just like you can have my gravy. But a trade-off like that won't help much.
If it's Christmas, there's also eggnog. That's carby.
20 grams per cup on average, specifically.
So what do we do?
We can do several things. First, we can just say fluff it and eat like we don't have diabetes. If your sugar is controlled fabulously well and you eat like this literally 2 or 3 times a year, you probably could get away with it.
I don't know anyone like that. Even you don't control your sugar this well.
No, I don't. This is extremely difficult. Ignoring our diabetes at Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner is not something we'd recommend. We can eat more than we should, but we don't go all out carby.
So we need to cut our carbs somewhere. We could cut out our serving sizes in half. That would help a lot.
It would. But we already take small portions. Half a cup isn't really that much. And now if we cut it in half, so that would make our dinner small and not very satisfying. Plus, I would feel sorry for myself for not eating all these foods I rarely get to eat.
So what's your solution?
First, it's a good idea to slow down and really enjoy the food. This way, we are more satisfied. And the other thing is, we could cut what things we don't care much for or that we can eat at other times. For example, we already mentioned I don't like gravy, so I never eat it. I like dinner rolls, but I can have them anytime, so I would cut out the roll from my dinner. Same with mashed potatoes. I can eat them any time of year, so I don't need them at Thanksgiving or Christmas. I just cut out 38 grams of simple carbs out of my dinner plate, and I don't really miss them. Another good idea is to add veggies to fill us up. If there is a salad, serve yourself a generous portion at the beginning of the meal. Also, traditionally, people serve Brussels sprouts.
Blech.
Some people never like them no matter what. But if you are okay with them, they will help you feel more satisfied with the dinner.
I'd rather eat rots and nips.
I love these. I could make a meal just of that. Why don't you show people how to do them?
Okay.
This particular recipe comes from your British background. I bet many families have their own traditions that we could add to ours to make the Thanksgiving or Christmas dinners tastier and healthier.
What about your family? Do you have a healthy festive dish? Tell us in the comments. And if you find our video useful, give us a like and consider subscribing to our Simply Diabetes channel. Let's help more people manage their diabetes better.
See you next week.